All right, owners. Bill Brett here. It is May the 14th, and it's the weekend before what would have been Hangout Music Festival that was canceled, but it's now just a regular weekend, and buddy, we are on fire with bookings. We are 100% full this weekend, and we're not even 100% full on 4th of July because of nights off, and there's a gap here or there. And so to be 100% is very exciting considering where we were just 3 weeks ago. And so where are we? What's happening with bookings? And we just kind of want to talk about the last 3 weeks. We're in the middle of what we're seeing as an extreme case of last minute bookings. 65% of what we're booking today is for arrival in 10 days. And so our May is filling up nicely. We think Florida business being closed or vacation rentals being closed is certainly helping us right now, and that's kind of artificial. And so we're not real sure what we're going to see going forward. We think that well, it's just hard to read the tea leaves. And so we just started really Sunday, Monday and Tuesday wasn't too good, but yesterday was very good for June bookings, and we're seeing good June bookings today for the first time. In other words, we have not been seeing good June bookings. So we've changed rates an awful lot. We're having to, do this dynamically with the information that we have at the time. It's just hard to tell what's going to happen. So what we're seeing, last week we were really concerned about June, and so we lowered rates, particularly for the first 17 days. It was just low and slow, and so we lowered rates, and that helped us boost bookings a little bit through the weekend. I'm talking about June rates. And then Monday we saw that, hey, June's picking up a little bit, so we bumped rates up. And then again Wednesday, because that pattern kept going. And so everything right now is going well. I will tell you, for July, prime season, from about the 18th through, we've got some traffic here, the 18th through the rest of the first week in August, bookings are okay. They're not, we of course have lost 8 weeks of prime booking, so we weren't booking well during those times for summer. So we have a big gap of where we would normally be for summer bookings and where we are today. And so right now we're content to leave rates good and as high as we can go. We feel like we can manage, and so that's where we're going to keep them for the next, I would say, 2 weeks. I anticipate rates to kind of be stable, and hopefully we will see, it looks like we have a chance to pull off a good summer. I think we could surprise ourselves and do well. So the challenges we have, that's the really good news. The challenges we have right now is employees. I got to paint a picture for you. Several restaurants, the restaurants could open back up Monday. Several have not opened up. Several retail stores haven't opened back up because they can't get employees. I know that the unemployment checks are, $800, $900 almost a week, that people or underemployed or can get. And right now no one's forcing them to go back to work. They're not telling them you can't continue to get payments. And so that's a part. Another part is, well, the outside overseas labor that we normally get is not coming. That's normally at least 600 or 700 additional seasonal workers in the area. And when I say we get, the whole area, all the companies that do that, we just aren't counting on them right now. We can't, because they can't come. Even if they could start today, it would take 45 days just for them to get here. And so that's the end of June. And that's too late for us. And so normally, there's around 2,300 cleaners in the area to clean over 17,000 lodging units in the area. And everybody's vying for the same employees that are willing to work right now. I got a call from a landscaper this morning asking us where we were getting them. I told them off the street, and that's pretty much what we're doing. And so we're having to really fight that. We're 300 less than we were summer last year, and so that's kind of a real concern. As a result, has caused, partially caused the housekeeping rates to go up. So let's talk about the housekeeping. I've written a letter about that, but owners don't seem to be reading the whole letter. Housekeeping price increase really for 3 reasons. The first reason being the material cost, the cost of the triple sheeting. We had to buy 6 blankets essentially for every bed, plus extra sheets. We have logistical problems with all of this extra stuff, and so carts are $700 a copy, and and so we've spent a ton of money on just the materials, personal protective equipment, extra sanitizing equipment, extra this and that. And so there's a material cost. The second cost is cleaning now is taking an average of 30 extra minutes to clean. That's about a 20% jump in labor just for the extra time. And on top of all of that, that would be expensive, but on top of all of that, we're having to pay a COVID premium bonus this year for the employees on top of that. And so just to give you an example, a cleaner's pay went from $23 in the average 1-bedroom to $60, and that's what we're having to pay the cleaners to clean the units. And so it's just really changed the whole dynamic of what's happening. So we're having some success in hiring today, but it's taken, it's going to take a couple of weeks to catch up on that. And so this weekend, we're 100% full. Some things we have to do. Owners, please listen. If you're arriving this weekend, owners, we're asking check-in for owners to be after 7 p.m. I'm going to say that again. Owners, we're asking to check in after 7 p.m. And for your consideration and the inconvenience of that, we're going to provide you with a free cleaning this weekend. And hopefully we can be back on track next week prior to next weekend's big arrival. Memorial Day is the following weekend. So we're expecting huge weekend. And so our back-to-back cleanings are a real stretch for us to handle right now. Back-to-backs where somebody checks out in the morning, somebody checks in the afternoon. We can only manage so many of those. The cleaners are taking extra time, and so we can't clean as many as we could last year, about 50% less. And so that really compounds this issue that we're having. And so please just understand, we're trying to work that out. I will tell you, we're way ahead of the competition. I can tell you this weekend, people are going to see 10 o'clock before 10 p.m. before some of our competitors clean the unit. So some good news, some that may help. We're testing right now this weekend our CABA code entry keys, and so owners, when you make a reservation online, the day of arrival you will receive your CABA code for it's good for that stay, and that's what we need, is something good for that stay, but you'll receive it automatically. In addition, if you ever need something, we will end up having, I don't have the text code I should have written it down, but we will have a code that you'll be able to text and get a code for your condo as well. And so trying to make it as easy as possible. In consideration of everything, we're just very grateful to be in business. And I will tell you, right now, we have a chance to end up having a real good summer. Perhaps not as good as normal, and this is definitely not a normal year, but I think we could end up having a real good summer. We really appreciate your partnership, your understanding, and we just really need your help in kind of being a little bit flexible right now, a little bit more than usual. Our owners are generally good and understanding, but it's especially challenging right now. And while we're at it, you know, life's moving so fast, all this is happening. We need to look on the positive side, and so we're here. Things are looking better, and they're looking promising, and we're very hopeful. And I will tell you, staff's eager to really do a good job for you. And so we thank you, and let's have a good summer. Thanks.